Hello. Have you ever felt like your own worst critic? You know that voice in your head, the one that says things like, you'll never lose weight, you'll always screw this up, you'll never be consistent, so why even bother? If someone else said that to you, you'd probably never speak to them again. But somehow, when it comes from your own brain, it feels true. Today, we're talking about how to stop being your own worst enemy and start being your biggest cheerleader. So, the hidden cost of negative self-talk, it's not just being hard on yourself, it's actually keeping you stuck. Some people think self-criticism, it equals motivation. But let's be honest, has beating yourself up ever made you more successful? No. Negative self-talk actually kills motivation. If you tell yourself you always fail, why would you even try? It creates self-sabotage. Your actions follow your thoughts. If you believe you're going to mess up, guess what? You will. Self-fulfilling prophecy every single time. It keeps you in a cycle. What happens is you feel bad, so you comfort yourself, usually with food or avoidance. What do we avoid? We avoid our friends. We avoid getting the job done. We avoid doing any of the things to help us lose weight. Avoidance, which makes you feel even worse. The first step to changing your results, changing what you believe about yourself. All right, how to flip this script, right? The reframing process. First, notice the thought. Most negative thoughts are so automatic that we don't even notice them. They start out as a whisper and they just stay there. Start catching yourself when you say things like, I'll always be overweight. I'm bad at sticking to things. Other people can do this, but I can't. Pro tip, start by paying attention to what you say when things are hard. Those are the thoughts that are keeping you stuck. All right, step 2, ask yourself, would I say this to a friend? Imagine your best friend is struggling. Would you say you're never going to get it right or you should just give up? If not, it is not okay to say it to yourself. Why would it be? If you wouldn't say it to someone you love, stop saying it to yourself. All right, step 3, reframe a more helpful thought. Okay, so instead of saying something like, I'll never be consistent, say maybe, I'm working on becoming more consistent. Instead of saying, I failed too many times, maybe try saying, I'm learning from my past and making changes. Instead of, I always mess up, maybe you could try, I'm figuring out what works for me. Reframing isn't about fake positivity. It's about choosing thoughts that actually help you. When I first started with reframing my thoughts and I was doing some I am statements, I had this great app of I am, and some of it felt so far from anything I was capable of believing. And so the way that I just said those, I'm working on, I'm learning, I'm figuring out, all of those kind of words make it have where it doesn't have to already be there. It doesn't have to be where I already believe it. It leaves that little bit of space for possibility. And so that is not fake positivity. It's just a little bit different, right? A little bit of reframing. So, why this matters for weight loss and confidence. Your thoughts shape your results, whether you realize it or not. People think action is what drives results, but really, belief drives action. If you believe you can't change, you won't take action or you'll quit when things get tough. Sometimes people are pretty gritty, so they'll stick with it for a while. But at some point, if the belief isn't there, you're going to stop trying. If you start talking to yourself differently, guess what? You'll start showing up differently. It doesn't feel so imposing and big and hard. It feels like, yeah, I could do a little something here. When you have an entire room to clean, you're like, I don't even know where to start. If you think, I'm going to just be in here for 5 minutes and pick up a few things, it feels like I can do that. And guess what? You probably stayed even longer. You did even more. And so do the same kind of thing. Just a little bit of something. It just has to be a little thought shift, just enough to leave a little possibility, because that belief is what's going to drive your action. All right, how do you start this today? Step one, catch a negative thought this week, just one. Anytime it feels hard, something's going on, you hear even just that whisper of something not very kind that you'd never ever say to a friend, just jot it down, question it. So, step two, ask, would I say this to someone I love? Step three, reframe it into something more helpful. And I gave you lots of examples. It just has to be a smidgen more helpful and believable. So not pie in the sky, not all beautiful, negative, is not even in it. It's like not that fake positivity, just something that's believable, something that leaves that door open for possibility. Imagine if you practiced this every day. How different would your results look like a month from now? The way you talk to yourself is the most powerful coaching you'll ever get. Make sure it's coaching that helps you win and get to your goals. All righty. If today's episode hit home for you, I have 2 ways to help you take the next step, depending on where you're at in your journey right now. If you're just getting started and want a simple way to shift your mindset and habits, I want you to grab my free 5-day quick start course. Go to www.coachingkara.com/free course. It's designed to help you start taking action without all the diet drama. If you've been struggling for a while and want personalized support to break through what's keeping you stuck, I want you to book a free personalized solutions call with me at www.coachingkara.com/free call. So free course or free call. We'll chat about what's holding you back and create a plan to move forward without all the overwhelm. Whichever you choose, the most important thing is taking that next step. See you next week. That wraps up another empowering episode of the Concierge Weight Loss Podcast. I hope you found inspiration and actionable insights that will propel you towards your weight loss goals. If you're ready to dive deeper and accelerate your progress, don't miss out on our free 5-day quick start weight loss course. Head over to coachingkara.com/free course to gain access to a wealth of valuable resources, guidance, and support. The time for change is now, and I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Remember, your transformation starts with a single step. Take that step today and unlock the life you deserve. Stay tuned for our next episode, and remember to keep striving for greatness.